This is a review of the Atari Lynx handheld game system from 1989. This was Atari's secret weapon to combat the likes of the Game Boy and the Sega Game Gear. Unlike the Game Boy, but similar to the Sega Game Gear, this is an 8-bit system that uses a full-colour LCD screen, which is better than having to sit on the surface of the sun just to play Super Mario on your Game Boy. Saying that though, at least the Game Boy isn't about the same weight as a small child. Jesus, try and fit one of these into your pocket, you're gonna have a bad time. Here's the Atari Lynx sat next to the Nintendo Game Boy. As you can see, it's like Tom Cruise standing next to Serena Williams. In fact, I can't think of many consoles that are bigger than an Atari Lynx. Possibly the Sega Game Gear, but I don't have one of them to hand. I've been told off the other consoles though that the Atari Lynx is very bitter about this fact, so it's probably not very good that I'm comparing it to all these consoles and sitting smaller ones next to it. To be honest, the only negative point I can make about this console compared to other consoles is its size. As you can see, it's almost the same size as a Wii U gamepad. That's huge! I personally think the Atari Lynx looks really unique. It has 4 buttons so that you can sort of turn it on its side vertically or turn it right around so that you can use it if you're left-handed. It's just quite a cool design and it's a wee bit less generic than the rest of the stuff that was out at the time. The Atari Lynx is actually heavier and almost bigger than the likes of the PC Engine, which isn't even a handheld console. So you can see why this might not appeal to someone that wants to take it out on the road. The Lynx has a great library of arcade-style games, including games like Road Blasters and Zybots. The artwork on these games is your typical 80s style Atari game box art, which I approve of. Who can resist some over-exaggerated explosions and flying cars? No one. The narrow slot in the back is where the games go, and they actually are quite thin, so they kinda go in quite flushly, which is a good job because this system's big enough as it is. The games come on cards instead of cartridges, just kinda like the PC Engine. So let's get this card of Road Blasters out and see what it's like. Ah, Road Blasters. You can't beat driving around in a car with a gun attached, blowing up your competitors. It is how every racing game should be. The screen on the Lynx is quite hard to record, but basically this is an LCD colour screen from before the 1990s, so it's not perfect and it does fade a bit over time, but it is still more enjoyable than trying to play a Game Boy with no light on it, because that's quite irritating in this day and age. The console's also comfortable enough to hold, but it is quite heavy and it also contains around 6 AA batteries, I think. Of course, you could just plug it in using the AC adapter, but if we're going to play that game, then you might as well carry around an LED TV with an Xbox strapped to your back. Basically, my verdict on the Atari Lynx is it's a great console, it just couldn't really compete with the likes of the Game Boy because of its size. I'm sure it'll get over its grudge of consoles smaller than it eventually though. See, the Lynx and the Game Boy are getting along just fine.